are back in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. So, where we last left off, I was doing a little bit of grinding because I have 4 evolvers in the party right now. The Valkyrie is the evolved form of... oh crud, who was it? I think Dis. And then Abaddon will evolve into... Aciel or something like that? You can run into both of them here. This is the lesser of the annoyances. Notice repels death, nulls expel, resists magic in general. Then we have Gogmagog, which I went ahead and fused all over again to give him Watchful. He evolves into... oh, crud. Yeah, I can't remember these guys' names. These two are the guys from the Amala Temple. I already have Scotty, so these are the other two. And then Karasu evolves into something else. It's just, he's a lot easier since he's only level 30. He's going to be leveling up every few fights. I went ahead and put Trumpeter into the group. I was thinking about bringing him in the final battle, but... not sure. The nice thing is he nulls ailments, because even Daisoujou doesn't quite do that. You notice he'll drain mine. Actually, he does, kinda. So I don't know, the nice thing about Trumpeter though is Holy Melody can bring back someone who's on the ropes being wiped out. And that move does, just like it did in the fight with him, it will restore all HP and MP. As for the Harlot, you know what she does. She does null the ailments too. Actually, Poison might get through, I'm not entirely sure. So for Wukong, he doesn't have Pierce, you have to go into the Labyrinth of Amala to go get that. I'm probably not going to do that on this playthrough. I will do a video after the ending when I go back into the Kalpa. I'll do some of the graves. I'll show you where to buy the Gira Melkala. And we'll also unlock some of the doors. So they got pretty far up. Yada yada yada. Overall, not really much else down here, so we need to go forward. You look pretty banged up, dude. There's a mantra demon up ahead. He might hit us with his hammer if we get near him, and I already have a pounding headache. Mantra demon with a hammer, you say? I wonder who that could be. You can sense a strong power from the end of the hall. This is basically your warning because you don't have to walk through a door to get here. So we want to go to Pisaka, Papastoma. In terms of Magatama, I have Masakatos equipped. Nulls everything other than Almighty. Some of the other ones will drain or repel, which makes them decent. And in case you're wondering, I'm going to try to switch back to Iomonte when I level up because this has Life Aid. Gives me health back at the end of a fight so I can basically just keep powering forward. It's him. I didn't imagine that we would meet here. Neither did I imagine that you would become this strong. But in your case, I should have expected the unexpected. Do you remember me? I remember you. I am Thor. Our paths have not crossed since the fall of the mantra. It seems that you and I have different objectives in climbing this tower. As a follower of Yosuke, I must annihilate you. The world of Yosuke shall be built upon your lifeless body. Prepare to meet your doom. So yeah, if you're scared, don't be. This guy is a freaking cakewalk. Actually, one downside to bringing him is I don't have the buffs. So yeah, I think I might actually want Wukong for that fight. Trumpeter hit the bench. I'm gonna pass, hit him with Fog Breath, and summon Wukong. The nice thing about bringing Trumpeter is if you can get him high enough, he'll learn Debilitate. But granted, if you're willing to put the time in, you can actually get demons better than him, like, the best one being Metatron. You could also get the Tyrant Beelzebub and a couple others. But anyway, we'll pass here. Tyrokasha. Rakunda. The other Fog Breath. You're not very good at this game, Thor. This is my full power. I never expected this. Come at me with all you got, bro. So keep in mind, you can only hurt Daisoujou and Wukong with this. If you can hit them. Or no, he can't even hurt Wukong, I forgot. It's just Daisoujou. I guess my journey ends here. And you can see he is not to be taken seriously in any way, shape, or form. Happen on level up. Learn Mabufudan. How can this be? My powers are no match for yours. Even so, Lady Chiaki will certainly build a strong world with the teachings of Yosuke as its basis. Even though I will die here, Yosuke is... You defeated Thor. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Diarahan here. For the fight, in the meantime, I will actually use Trump. Oh, crap, I put Daisoujou out. It's... Daisoujou, Harlot. Wukong's fine as is. What's going on? I'm back here again. I'll never make it to Lady Chiaki's side at this rate. Let me check my map. So let me just make sure there are no invisible platforms. Okay. So once you beat Thor, the soul return is on the table. Everything here does pay out pretty well, so this is your chance to get any sort of levels you need. The only better grinding place than this one will be the 5th Kalpa, of course. So now that we know that's a dead end, we need to go this way. I figured this would teleport us somewhere. So... use the recruit's enemy to join your party in Odin's name. So this is a reference to the whole Einar Jar thing, and I think this might be exclusive to her. So, I don't know if I'm ever going to fuse her into anything. We'll see if that can be passed on. It's possible it's a completely unique skill. New one of these teleport us, just I don't know where it takes us. That just took us back a step. So I had to study the map a bit. We need to hit the bottom right one. So a lot of the stuff that I encounter dies to a crit Frey Kugel. What I was looking at the map is I noticed I didn't really explore the bottom right corner. Or bottom, yeah, it's the bottom right. So in order to get to that one, we need to take this teleporter. So we need to ignore the one to the left. Sadly, Kagutsuchi is counting down here. So if you want to get the mystical chest, this is how you do it. And I don't think I've ever opened one of these outside of full Kagutsuchi, so let's just do it for the sake of doing it. Give me a life stone, so that means it give me some sort of bead item if I opened it at full. So anyway, we need to hit this teleporter. This is going to take us to the bottom left corner. See? Now there should be nothing here, but there is a teleporter on this. Okay, so this is going to take us to another hallway. Now there's a teleporter the way we're facing, which will take us to who the hell knows where. The one we're looking for is over here. We want to make a left. It's right here. This is going to take us over by the mystical chest. So you can see it, but there's another trap teleporter thing in front of us. So what we actually want to do is go over here. These are actually on my map. That's kind of neat. In case you're wondering, a little bit further to the side is one that'll take us down here again. Or no, that'll take us down there. Not on the little platform, but on the hallway next to it. So if you want the mystical chest, Shumper's on the verge of leveling, so this will take us to the chest. Once again, I'm going to open it just because, why not? It's another bead item. So this is going to take us to where we need to go, which is right next to the teleporter. It's right behind us. This will take us to the 5th route. Okay, so now I need to look at the map a little bit more, since we now have successfully looted the area. So, coming back to start. Oops, north. So the thing is, you can get your MP back by Holy Melody, but I think for now I'm going to part with Diarahan, because I'm not even really using this in battle, I mostly use it out of battle. I don't even know if I want that Megadolone. I may replace one of the spells with it. So we want to go this way. Holy crap, I forgot I even had this guy. Okay, Megadola, we will replace Diorama because this is horribly obsolete. His final move is Radiance, it looks like. Diz Poison. So Daisoujou is getting close to having max MP. So I lost my bearings, but head. And now we can go to Mahama. So this is pretty much why I fused him in the first place. Well, let's progress. Kurama of the Genma. Drains force, nulls light. Since we got the mystical chest, let's hit this one. So now you want to drop this so you don't have to do this ever again. Okay, so let's try to resolve this now. So I'm not sure if this video is going to go until the very end, but we'll see. Crud. I saw Kagutsuchi from the path straight up north. How arrogant it looks. Lady Chiaki is much more elegant. So it looks like damage tile over there. Anyway, let's go here. Okay, I can do one more fight. Okay, this will be helpful to mark. I'll just let Watchful keep going, we'll get rid of Metatron. Valkyrie wants to try a skill, and you know what? I'll do it just to show you. So Zio has been upgraded into Mazio. So this is like one of those rare situations where you actually get something better, but this is rare, as I try to emphasize. So Strength Incense, which I can't use, so she's all about giving me useless stuff, isn't she? Smoke Ball, that's a little bit more helpful, but not really saying much. So I'm gonna go ahead and burn an incense. We'll use a magic one. And we need to switch over to Iomonte. Seriously. See, I'm not actually going to do this. I'm going to wait for Kagutsuchi to end. So hopefully you can see how valuable this freaking Pisaka is. Okay. Adjusting my posture. So this is a place where we get kicked back to for failing something. Question being what? Okay, I don't actually want to go up anywhere yet. Especially after I just burned all the MP on those spells. No. Wow. Okay. So that kicked us out pretty far. Fell a little short, but oh well. Next fight's pretty much a guaranteed level up. Okay, level 85. Starting to feel lucky, you know? Get rid of Sakunda, because if you want anything, get Fog Breath. And apparently the Life Aid is the final move on that. Anyway. So this is a dead end. Another place where we probably get kicked back to for failing something, which I imagine is right here. So this one I'm going to explore. And I may regret that. Okay, I'm starting to get really on the fence about eliminating Mana Drain. Or not Mana Drain, no, where's this kicking me out to? Oh my god. Game, you're killing me. Mana refill on Trumpeter because he is really helping sweep stuff. And you only get the Holy Melody heal if you're the lowest HP. So he'd have to take quite a beating before he himself qualifies for that. As a result... Okay, where is this going to take us? Seriously. This game. So I'm trying to get into that room. Starting to think I'm going to be level 99 by the time I get through this. So you don't want to do this because it's very likely for him to change Watchful. Then I have to start using him or fuse a new Watchful onto him. Light Ball. Let's go over here. Door number 1. I was wondering what the trick to this place was, and it turns out we're in the friggin' dark. So I can't really afford to be here for much longer. Door number 2. Right back to save. That looks like that takes us to Chiaki. So this is going to teleport us somewhere, hopefully not back to save. Ah. Is this the room I'm looking for? Should also point out, if you notice, this is the only time in the tower I'm getting off the obvious path. And the reason for that being is because I'm looking for the soul return. So right here I'm in the wrong spot. This is back to save. And time is running out. This way is a little bit faster, so we're going to take it. I'm hoping there's more than one way here, otherwise I'm getting screwed again. Oh my god. So let's fire those off again. Next time it's back to base for me. So we've established that to be a dead end. And that's a one-way door. They both are. So the only way out of here is to get kicked back to save. I think that's the soul return right there, to be honest. Let's try door number 3. So this will take us to the other way. Let's go ahead and try it. Soma droplet. Damn it. So is there another way out? This was not worth it. This one's the fastest way. So don't forget I still have to get the one in the bottom right corner. But if I am running out of MP, I guess I could just use an MP item on the Pasaka because I'm not going to use chakra drops in battle anymore. Getting rid of Makatora because that's kind of stupid. What you got, Krama? A Dispoison. Wow. That's really all I can say. So with that, the Pasaka is completely drained. across here. Oh my god. I'm really gonna enjoy killing Chiaki. Just getting rid of Prestige because I hate that move. Okay, so the one is a dead end. Of course, there'd be two. We're gonna try this one first. So you know what? We're going to pick this up in place of Mazandyne because I haven't really had any luck finding anything weak to wind, and if there is, I'll just take care of it. So Evil Melody's the final thing, and I'm not sure I'm going to bother learning that. So I want to say that path behind me leads me all the way back over here, but I'm not 100% sure. When we go on this, it drops us on the other side of the trap. So in a second it's gonna suck when the stoma runs out. No! Man, that sucked. Didn't want to level up right now. So I'm gonna pass on. Actually, so I can get rid of Tornado. Because at this point I'm just gonna use Wind Cutter most likely. They mentioned mega damage, that's above heavy damage. You know what, let's get rid of Spiral Viper for now. Because I'm just not using it. Megadola Rock. I don't know if there's something there I'm missing, or what. This is where Chiaki is, I'm guessing. Let's see. Did you know? No. There's an incredible treasure hidden in the tower that can manipulate life. After climbing steep paths, falling, scraping knees, finally. So he's warning you about the soul return. brief detour back so I could heal and everything, but it's fusion time. So I fused Valkyrie with the Kurama to make the Holy Baihu. This is basically Byakko, the White Tiger. I gave him Silver Recruit and Watchful because why not? Don't really care about what else he has. As sad as that may sound. Overall, I guess I could maybe do like Jikoku or something. Is there anything with Gur we want? Not really. So we're still working on Abaddon and Gog Magog, but it's time for a trick fusion. So we're gonna grab Uriel, fuse it with the Divine Dominion, which will unlock Raphael. So he has Mana Refill on his own. Since I can't actually upgrade him from here, I'm gonna try to get Watchful on him. Oh man, Media Rahan is so freaking tempting, especially since he has Mana Refill. He does learn Prayer, however. Okay, I really do like this setup. So Makar Karn, Tetra Karn, Watchful, Media Rahan, Drain Attack. So even if he really needed to heal, I could have him swing. He nulls Expel, or he repels Expel, nulls Fire and Force. So cross your fingers for no error. Not hearing that Blastatorn. Raphael the Seraph Clan. So you can fuse him with a throne to get the next Seraph / Archangel. It's just, you have to be level 87 for that. I'm only level 86. Now, I could get Beelzebub if I am willing to get Cursed. It's just that will delay Iomonte even further, since I have to get 2 levels of that in order to get Life Aid. And the thing is, you do need to unlock Beelzebub's fly form if you want to access the one room in the 5th Kalpa. Okay, so before we continue, well, first and foremost, I thought Trumpeter learned Debilitate on his own, but it's not here, so I'm probably not gonna keep using this guy. I'll use him as a sacrifice or something. So I'm gonna need to fill someone on the team. I'll probably end up replacing Harlot with someone with Debilitate and a nice set of resistances. Wukong will be my buff bot, Daisoujou will be the healer. And I don't know who this last person's gonna be. I have to see if I can get, like, a Shiva or some better Archangel. So I don't know if Metatron learns it on his own, but then again, I will have to fuse Uriel again so I can get it then. And Watchful will be lower priority at the time. So anyway, we are back here on floor 444. Making our way towards Chiaki. And you know what, just in case, I'm going to switch over to Iomonte right now. I was looking at ways to fuse Beelzebub. I was keeping the Raptor Gur because he's Darkness type. Basically, you can fuse a Tyrant with him if you are not cursed. So from where we land, we want to go east. The thing is, at his base level, I think the best you can get is Cert. Even if you, like, in order to get Beelzebub, I think you need either Shiva or Vishnu, that's what it is. It's one of the Hindu guys I knew. Oh crud, I don't have it enabled right now. Soul of Toma. Can we go through this door? So I could have explored the offshoot, it's just I'm not going back down there. Okay, next fight will be the level up. If it isn't the Demi-Fiend, I'm surprised you have the nerve to even see us. Lady Chiaki is up ahead. Yosuke shall take that stone you have in your hands, and your life. Well, at least he's friendly, you know? So this is reminding me of Suiki. Is this a trap tile? Yep. Okay. Okay, so taking another stab at the room. As you can see on the mini-map, I hit a few traps. So, for this one, we need to go forward one step. Oh, right. So, there were some level ups off camera. The Pasaka gave me a luck incense, which I'm going to use right now. And then we'll give some life stones over to Wukong so that he can keep spamming Hasahapa. So, we need to go over one, all the way across. Now we need to go all the way straight. Forward 2. Okay, right around here is when I start having trouble. We have to walk along this wall. Okay, we need to go forward 2. And I'm just going to keep burning life stones here. In case you're wondering, yes, Stoma is an effect, it's just this encounter rate is that damn high. So if I go left, there's a trap. Okay, that was kind of really close. So this may change my title because this is a light Magatama. In case the whole supportive magic thing didn't clue you in. So we go down here, I think. Down again. So is this part safe? But here we have the soul return. So you can see it right here. Target is revived with full HP, one ally, reusable and usable in and out of battle. So that just eliminated the needs for revive beads, balm of rising, and so on. So, in order to get back forward, we need to go over here. Alright. So Life Aid is going to heal me at the end of every fight. I'm going to replace... Yeah, I'll get rid of Tornado. If I'm gonna hit everything, I'll probably use Megadolone. Nope, no title change, no extra effect. But anyway, we need to go over here. In case you're wondering, if you mess up in that room and you fall through on one of the many traps littered throughout the thing, it takes you to this area. So that's why all this is mapped out, because I don't think I actually showed this on camera. I'm probably going to edit all that out and just do the one successful try on the room. But otherwise, let's go ahead and save real fast. Since I leveled up, I have what could possibly be the endgame moves that I'm going to use. But just think, Tornado is one of those things we've been using all the way since we first arrived in Ikebukuro, which is like part 7 of the playthrough. Now all we have left is Force Boost. And Focus, really. I think Focus I've had the longest. No, Force Boost. Okay, so we need to actually get over there and put Chiaki in her place. Gain 150 hit points back at the end of a fight, which is not quite enough for Gaia Rage. And I need to look at my stats real quick, because I am sitting at 37 Vitality here. I want to say if I go ahead and burn a Vitality Incense, I will get 151, which isn't exactly a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's going to be helpful nonetheless. So anyway, you want to go this way. Pisaka, give me an Astoma. By the way, this is pretty much the end of... So as I was trying to say, this is pretty much the end of the tower. And the thing is, Wukong and I can still clear everything with combined Gaia Rage, House of Happa. As long as it's not immune to physical or anything, of course. So just... Okay, so that's our exit. So yeah, we'll go ahead and save here so I don't have to deal with all those random encounters and crap. 3C, which tells you when you link, it's going to take you all the way back to the Mannequin Village. I don't even know what you exactly want to call it, that's here in the tower. It's over by where we fought Thor at the very beginning. It's where we started this video at. I've been at this for about 2 hours, so it's a little hard to keep track. I sense a strong power from beyond the door, so I'm not going to enter just yet. We're going to have Rayfield pop a Media Rahan. And in terms of... yeah, this should work. I'm 5 points off of having max luck. I don't know if luck determines your accuracy or not, but I think it determines your crit rate. She kind of reminds me of some sort of twisted Pokemon right there. You have done well to make it here. Therefore, I will do you the honor of fighting to my fullest ability. Our friendship dies here. We are adversaries, each upholding our own reason and contending for creation. As fate would have it, we are both beyond shedding tears. We need not hesitate to fight each other. So let us now decide who is truly superior. Challenge me with all your might. So if you remember, she lost her right arm. Now she doesn't have a left. Now she's gonna summon minions, which is why I said you can see Gaia Rage in this fight. Don't really care about the minion stats. It's pretty much her I'm concerned about. I ask you, what right do you have to become the creator? By my power, your true self shall be revealed. Well, that's awkward. Should better hurry up with the minions, otherwise I might one-shot her. I'm not gonna lie, like, I really do like seeing the Harley use Fog Breath, how she drinks and then she just spits in their face. Like all the other ones, it's like they create this miasma from nothing. Meanwhile, she's carrying that in her little goblet there. So this first shot is going to be very, very painful. Focus. I'm going to use the other Tyrukasha here so that maxed out. Baal's Bane. Frey Kugel. Aw man, I ain't crit. That's heartbreaking. So keep in mind her accuracy is at its lowest right now. Not her accuracy, her defense. Well, her accuracy too, but I mean her defense primarily. So you know what, let's swing at her. Normally it doesn't go that fast, but... Full strength hero, what can I say? So Gur and Baihu both level up. Beseech, that can go away. So normally she'd summon minions and stuff, it's just I don't think she was expecting to die so quickly. In case you're wondering, if you had Frey Kugel for the Noah fight, it would play out the exact same way. It really would be this fast. Your strength was superior, Divine. Why? Why won't you accept Yosuke when you possess such strength? So there's the Heaven Stone. So it's a shame you can't see what's actually left of her, because you got to see Hikawa's top half, you got to see Samu curled up, but you don't get anything for her. So I'm kind of curious what her right arm would look like. Yes, I'm that morbidly curious. So this is the room she just died in. And in case you're wondering, yes, she's dead. Due to the way Yosuke works, no matter what happens, there will be a death match, is what I was trying to say. So I'm not sure if you recognize this place, but here we are. So here's the trap room that contains the soul return. And this is basically the point of no return. Once you go up that elevator, you fight the final boss. So if you have any unfinished business, this is the time to do it. Okay, there's prayer. Let's just get ready to fuse that guy too. Mahamon, that's worthless to me. Save points right here. We're gonna warp to the Little Mannequin Village, as I was saying. So I think we can get Gabriel now, but I'm not the right level for the other one, which is Michael. You need full Kagutsuchi for Michael anyway, since you have to do a 3-point or sacrificial fusion. So we need a throne. Damn, this one doesn't have debilitate. Actually, we will register everything. Can I actually see how close he is to Limline? So here's Gabriel. So I'd like to give it Watchful, Media Rahan, and Mana Refill, but I'm probably hoping for too much here. And the thing is, you do have to pay attention to what you give Gabriel, because you're going to use this one for the next fusion. So, yeah, I'm just going to cut to when I have what I want. Okay, so Gog has finally hit level 60. He's learned Secunda. I'm going to just toss out Evil Gaze, because I hate this move. He has all 3 debuffs. Something's happening to his body. We'll let it continue. Now, he's the entity Albion. As far as I know, this is the only entity in the game. Okay, fusion time. So we're going to fuse the Tyrant Cert with the element Arrows. And we're getting the Tyrant Beelzebub. So, I didn't actually think I was going to be able to get this, but I ended up getting it, so that's pretty good. But I wanted Mazandyne from the Arrows. I forgot what exactly I fused to get that to him. I think it was Sparna or something like that. This would have been 2 beasts. Then the mana refill that both Arrows and Cert have, and then Warcry from Cert. I was thinking about giving up the Warcry in hopes that he could debilitate, but since I got lucky and it appeared here, I'll take it. The other thing I need to point out is he learns Watchful when he levels up, and the next move he gets is Elic Boost, so Maziodyne will hurt a lot more. But I'm in a full Kagutsuchi because I wanted to offer up a sacrifice, but the thing is, if I do, I'll fuse Trumpeter instead of Beelzebub. So just cross your fingers that this does not screw up. No horn, no horn, no horn. And there we go, we now have Beelzebub. This is the true form of Beelzebub the Tyrant. Let us hurry, Demi-Fiend. So, what I need to do now is, first of all, I need to get rid of the curse, and then we're going to do some Matama Fusion to try to give Beelzebub some buffs, just in case I'm actually able to use him. I want to give him Tairukaja and Sugukaja, so that will be the next order of business. See you in a second. Okay, fusion time. So I fused Wukong with a Harlot to give me an Odin that has Tairukaja and Dekunda. The other moves don't matter because those are the 2 I'm passing on. I'm gonna fuse this with that Kodama we got all the way back at the beginning of the game to generate an Ikusa that has Dekunda and Tairukaja. So then we need to fuse Ikusa. Actually, it's probably faster to do it this way. And we want to get Dekunda and Tairukaja. So I assume Analyze is pretty likely to be passed on, so I'll probably put a break in when... Oh, never mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and register this one because I like having the stuff on demand. So we need to... Come on, game. Just gotta cycle a little faster. So spend a lot of maca there in order to get the arrows, which I can fuse with Earthrus. Wow, it actually has it already. To give me Nigi Mitama, which is going to give agility of all things. Go figure, right? And then there isn't really anything important for a third move, so we're going to go ahead and fuse that. Crud. So I was thinking about trying to pull a fast one, doing fusion during full Kagutsuchi to see if I could actually level up Beelzebub any, but at this point, since I now have openings on the team, he's going to be entering anyway. So Nigi Mitama with Beelzebub, and you want to get those two moves I was talking about, Dekunda and Terukaja. So, there we go. And notice this is going to give him a surge of magic and luck of all things. And with that, we now have finally achieved an endgame demon. One that we actually will take all the way to the end. So if you want to see Beelzebub in all his glory here, repels light, death. He doesn't do anything with physical, but I will since I'm using Masakatos, which is why Wukong is kind of obsolete at this point. On the plus side, I will null ailments. So as for the whole Warcry thing, I don't know about if he learns Debilitate, but worse can worse, I can get that on Metatron. The Angels already have that, so I just need to make sure I pass that on. And yeah, I'm going to replace Life Bonus with Electric Boost, and then I'll figure out if I want to keep something, like do I want to keep Warcry or just get rid of it, since I probably will keep using Daisoujou as the healer of the group. And yeah, so next order of business is getting this guy up to like level 89, where I'm at right now I think, and then he'll evolve into the actual fly form. So, more work to do. Okay, fusion time. And as you can see here, it's going to be a big one. So we're sacrificing Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel with the sacrifice to fuse Michael. So, ideally I wanted to give him Maziodyne because a lot of stuff you encounter is weak to Zio. Mott, the Tyrant, the Femrang does. I don't know if there's a lot of stuff that actually neutralizes fire, but I'm actually building him as a fire elemental instead. So he's going to be packing Fire Boost with Prominence, and he's going to hurt. As for his other moves, Debilitate so that he can be our debuffer, Prayer so he could serve as an off-healer, and for the other two moves, those really don't matter. I was fishing for Maziodyne from Gabriel here, it's just I couldn't get it to carry over. You could get, like, Megadola if you wanted, like, Almighty Attack, but it's not really a big deal. I don't actually know what all he learns. It's very possible he gets Megadolone, which is even stronger. Main thing is, I've been here for a little while now, and I definitely prefer to trade out Mana Refill or Watchful for Maziodyne, but this is going to have to do. And order does matter because I'm level 90. If I fuse Uriel as the sacrifice, Michael here would be level 95. And I couldn't fuse him then. So he repels, expel, nulls all magic. So I'm actually letting this play out. There's going to be one more big fusion like this, and then I'm done fusing. I'm not going to bother filling the compendiums, as I said. There you get to see the sacrifice. Revert into Makatsuhi. Michael of the Seraph. So with that I can bench Trumpeter. Gonna put him in the party, and we need him to get Metatron, but you need to be level 95 for that. And once you get level 95, then you can do the Barong Rangda fusion to give you Shiva, and it's up to you if you actually want to use him or not. If you want to use him, you're gonna need Pierce. And I may go for that, we'll see. But one thing that I also have to point out is you need Metatron and Fly Beelzebub in order to explore the final Culpa to its fullest. So that's something for me to do off camera. See you in a little bit. Okay, so the final small segment here, I hope. Well, I have to fuse Metatron and everything first, but Tyrant Abaddon has learned Hades Blast. So I'm gonna get rid of Zeo here because it's just a crappy Zeo spell at this stage. Wants to change a skill. At this point, I don't care. So Retaliate became Avenge. Something's happening to his body. We'll let this continue. Maybe something interesting. So you can fight Abaddons here in the tower, and if you're wondering how you get an A-Seal, this is how. So these annoying things I've been running into all over the place. Repels death, nulls expel, resists magic. So you can see I have to beat this down with my bare damn hands, because that's the way it goes, I guess. Okay, so I was hoping for no more short clips, so I think I'm going to splice this one in. I got in a string of fights there, and it yielded almost 13,000 EXP, 17,000 Maka. I had Riborama on and just kept coming one after another, and this team is designed to fight a battle of attrition, so you can see I came out on top. Okay, so at the end of that 13,000 EXP fight, I didn't know he evolved at 86. I thought he waited some time, but here we go. Behold. The Lord of the Flies. And he's lending the Demi-Fiend his power. So, repels light and darkness, nulls ailments, he learns death flies, but I don't actually know if that really does anything. I could look into replacing Warcry or Tarukaja because Michael does have it. He has the Tarukaja, it's just I don't know if I'm going to be able to pass that on to Metatron or not. But anyway, Beelzebub level 95. And unfortunately you do lose the Magatama bonus, so that's why he should have less stats than he did in his previous form, even though he is 9 levels higher, I think? Because yes, the Magatama are kind of that broken. Okay, fusion time. So we're going to fuse Baihu with Sparna to give us Barong. If you want to give him anything, that's kind of up to you. I mean, if you... Like, you might be best off trying to get Focus and Might, because we're going to try to fuse this guy into... Well, we are going to fuse him, there's no try here. So we have Focus. Probably should have did this off camera. Focus Might. We have Silver Recruit too, don't really care. Pass on the Sacrifice. No Sacrifice? Yes, I'm sure. Brong of the Avatar. So now we need to go to the Compendium because I filled up my demon list. I was trying to recruit one so I didn't have to pay, but I didn't get any luck towards that. So we need to go down to Fem. I may have passed it already, but it doesn't matter because I want to go down to Avatar anyway. So Rangda, in case you're wondering her history right here, you can just scroll over. The Wicked Witch in Balinese folklore. She represents evil and is Barong's eternal rival. Even if she's defeated, she'll come back to life. Their battle has no end. So, quite a bit of Maka. Then the Avatar down here. A mystical creature in Balinese legend. It represents good and is Rangda's eternal rival. Even if defeated, it will be reborn. The result is a never-ending struggle. So, in pretty much every Mega 10 game, if you ever want to fuse Shiva, this is how you do it. So you go to Barong, you go to Rangda, and this is Shiva. So it comes with Victory Cry and Hasohapa, which is really nice. The thing that I want to give it, like I'm thinking Dakaja is probably really good. Debilitate I should have on Metatron, but then again I could fuse... That'd be a little tricky. Anyway, what I'm going to try is for Focus, Might, and ideally Dakaja, but we'll see. And then, as I was trying to say, you could potentially get that a different way, but we'll see. So I'm going to just do this off camera. Okay, so I got Shiva the way I wanted it. It wasn't as bad as I was afraid of. Focus and Might being physical stuff is very, very high inheritance rate. Those are easy, and then you just have to cycle until Dakaja comes around. So Kagutsuchi's at its brightest, but we can't afford to sacrifice, because it'll push him over the limit. Shiva of the Fury Clan. So best case scenario, I need to get him Tsukukaja and Pierce as his final two moves. Anyway, from the compendium we need to pull someone else now. The weakest... Actually, no, not even the weakest will do. I have to pick a specific tyrant. And Cert is the one that's going to work. Yeah, those are too high level, as is Loki. Cert's the only one that can. So fuse Michael with Uriel to make a Flamus. Except we're going to sacrifice Cert to enable Metatron. So he comes with Tyrakaja and Debilitate, and Makakaja, but that's not important. The thing is, I can't actually get it because it's not possible, but Fire Boost Prominence is very, very nice to pass on because I've just been tearing through stuff with Michael using that. It hits extremely hard at this stage of the game. Now, Mana Refill is pretty bad. Endure can be helpful. Hellfire is garbage, so I'm gonna shuffle this around until I find something I like. So, we'll be back. Okay, so in the end, this is the best I could get. I wanted to give him a healing move, and ideally, like, Prominence so he can still wave clear, because he has Megadolone. It's just... I'm not sure that's quite enough, but we'll see. Overall, in terms of fights, he's going to be the buffer, or debuffer healer. He can buff too with Tyrakaja, I guess. And then Endure keeps him in the fight. Metatron the Seraph. So with this, we fuse the strongest guys in the game. Aciel, can I throw him away into something? I can make a... Ooh, I can make Vishnu. Vishnu itself is not bad. Like, it's an alternative to Shiva. It repels light. It's more magically inclined than physically inclined, that's the thing. So if you don't want to deal with Pierce, this is probably the best thing you can get. This does mean I'm going to have to pull Shiva out of my compendium, though. So I don't think there's anything here I really want. Actually, Mana Refill wouldn't be bad. Oh, he has Victory Cry, so that's even better than Mana Refill. Didn't even realize Shiva had that. So in this case, I'd throw away Might when given the opportunity, but let's make Vishnu. Crap. No to the sacrifice, and yes, I'm sure. So this is the strongest of the deities, by the way. So how much money do I have left? So if I want to get the Three Stooges out, that's 40, 35, and 33. That's basically everything I have left. That's going to complicate buying the Gira Melkala, that's who it is. But it'll be worth it. So you want to fuse one of these to another one. Actually, which one's... He has 3. Okay, Fuki will be the sacrifice. So yes, we'll offer a sacrifice, and then we can get Angyoki. Overall, this moveset kind of sucks, but we're kind of fusing him just to have him. He's weak to light of all things, which really, really sucks. And I really don't want to put the time or effort into skilling him up, leveling him up, and so on, so I'll just take whatever. Worst come to worst, I can fuse him into something else. And then if you want to use Thor, he's the strongest of the Kishin. I got this Odin out, but I never actually did use it, so I could turn this into Thor. I don't know what Dark Sword does, or Beck and Call either. So I do need to create one space. Yeah, it's gonna be Thor. So I do want to pass on Beck and Call just because I'm curious what it does. So Dark Sword, Beck and Call. Debilitate would be bonus. Beck and Call, Debilitate. Okay, getting to the point where I'm just gonna do this off screen. Okay, final fusion time. So we need to fuse the Gira Melkala with Pierce, with a Genma to produce a Yoma. So make sure that the Persky here will learn it. Keep in mind, if you need to make a Gira Melkala, you can sacrifice a Vial, a Genma, and then sacrifice a Vial on top of that to produce Gira Melkala. So right here, I guess we're kind of purifying him with the help of this Krama. So his other moves don't matter. Just want to make sure I have Pierce. Just keep in mind, Yoma is the secret to getting Matador, so you have to make sure Kagutsuchi is more than half full, I believe, to make the option there. So I sold the Spyglass and the Blessed Fan because we're wrapping things up here. Need to get to the Yoma. As for which one you choose, generally the weaker the better. So I'm thinking I may want to go for this one. So you want the Aquans to know Pierce. So now we need another elemental. So notice we have Aquans here with Pierce. He also has Sukukaja, which is very, very fortunate. I may be able to pull this off yet. So we're going to combine him with... I'm afraid there's too much noise here, so I'm going to go for the Earthrus. This makes Aramitama. So I'm looking for Pierce and Sukukaja. Okay, where's Santa Expel? Oh, damn. So there's Pierce, Sukukaja, but no Pierce. Gonna give this a couple more tries, and then I'll just do this off camera. Ah, there we go. Compendium, view. Ah, he's a Fury. And then Pierce with Sukukaja. That Tarukaja may be too much noise. I don't know what this guy loves so much about Zio, damn it. Taru and Suku. Pierce. Okay, Bright Might was on there. So for the final battle, Kagutsuchi will be disabled. You can't take any Kagutsuchi skills in there other than maybe Dark. I'm not entirely sure. Like, he knows physical moves. Why is this damn Zio appearing all over? So 3, 2, 1. Off camera. Okay, so in making this army tome, for the love of God, do not give it Zio. So, Sukukaja Pierce. Yes, I'm sure. So with the Pierce, the Shiva can be extremely helpful in New Game Plus when you're dealing with stuff that either resists, nulls, or even heals off physical, so yes. I believe the Harlot, no, she repels, she drains lightning, so that wouldn't work. But for like Daisoujou and stuff like that, this Shiva will help you immensely. So real quick, the bad news though is, should you want to get it... Actually, it's not even registered yet. Damn it. I passed him. So yeah, 100,000 mecha. Better pinch your pennies, I'm afraid. But keep in mind, once you get the Spyglass or the Blessed Fan, you can sell both of those for a grand total of 100,000. But when you're in New Game Plus, generally you only need to buy like Magatama, stuff like that. And then keep in mind, if you go ahead and fill out the compendium all the way to 100%, I think you get everything is half off, so he'd only be like 50,000 mecha, which is a little bit more tolerable. But anyway, I am done with Fusion here. Since I'm not dealing with New Game Plus, I'm not going to fill this out. With the exception of the Fiends, if you need anything, you can either fuse it up with an elemental or down with an elemental from here. And the exception might be the Dragon Long, which I believe is Seiryu. I'm not 100% sure on that one. If that's the evolved form of Mizuchi, I don't know if you can recruit it anywhere, but you can always just fuse a Mizuchi, offer a sacrifice up there, and it might level it up enough to actually just give you Long. I'm not entirely sure. But I showed you all the unique fusions, I showed you all of the unique evolutions other than Dragon Long. Lilim's evolved form, Lilith, is actually roaming around here. You can recruit it if you want. It will count towards the compendium. It's a knight. I generally neglected this when I was going through it. I got Queen Mob, and that was kind of it. For the Tyrants, I have all of those. For the Vials, I should have all of these. Tyrants, Vials, and then the ones all the way at the top of the list are the hard ones to get. So right here, I'm still missing Mithra. And I'm kind of broke, so I can't really afford to fuse them at the moment. I think I have all the Megami. I should have all the... Actually, no, I'm missing one Fury. Which one, though? There should be 4 of them. For the ladies, I think I have all of those. Probably a few Kishin still out. Actually, yeah, there have to be, because I only have Jikoku-ten here. So yeah, if you want to fill up the list, you can go ahead and get it. I'm missing the Holy Fang Wang, the Phoenix. If you need Flammus, you can fuse, I think it's Yoma Yoma. Or no, Yoma Yoma's water. Flammus would be Kishin. Actually, it might be Brood Brood, I'm not entirely sure. And then for the Matamas, just fuse certain elements together and you'll get those. You can always buy the Flammus or the Matama if you want from Rag. So yeah, if you want to go for the other routes, by all means, go ahead and fill the sucker out. I want to wrap this up. So I'm going to go save. I'm going to heal. I'm going to take a break. And then we are going to wrap this up. Now, since this is the final save, it's going in the final save slot. I'm level 96, which is more than enough to actually beat the final boss. And I don't know if I ever showed what all I'm wielding. I repel ice, electric, and physical. I could have gotten rid of life aid for another one of the repels, either fire or wind. It's just I chose ice and electric so I didn't get frozen or paralyzed. And then physical because all sorts of stuff decides to take a lucky shot at you, and you never know when they'll actually get lucky. So at the end of my foray into the... You know what, I'll probably show this one just because I want to make a freaking example. Haso Hamba. Oh yeah, that was the little by the way. Now, since Shiva has Victory Cry, he's like Wukong on steroids. He's going to heal after every single fight. Metatron learns it as his last skill. His next thing is Fire of Sinai. I don't really remember anything about that, but that's his signature. And then, like I said, I'm going to take a break, so I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so remember this area? The soul return was over here. If you take a wrong turn, you get warped to the save point, and I walked past the northernmost, well, somewhat northernmost point. This is the path to Kagutsuchi. So before you go up there, make sure that everyone is topped off. I'm at full. He's as full as he's gonna get. As for Metatron, he's missing a little bit of MP, but we can give some chakra drops. And yeah, that's Shiva. Like, I don't actually know what his moves are. He's gonna learn Bolts from 96, something at 97. So he learns all the way up to 99. Can't really think of anything else that I might be forgetting offhand. Of course, use the small ones here because you want to save the big ones for battle. And if I remember correctly, we were going to fight 4 bosses back to back. The top floor is up ahead. If you want to see Kagutsuchi, you need to offer the 3 stones to it. The stones are proof of reason, so each leader should be carrying them. So if you're with Hijiri, I think he gives his to you. Isamu dies on his route to Chiaki, I think, so you can just get his from... I think you get 2 of them from Chiaki then. And then if you join Chiaki, you still have to kill Isamu and Hijiri... Or I'm calling him Hijiri, it's Hikawa. I know on one of the routes, Chiaki will kill Isamu, but the thing is, for Chiaki, you do have to fight her, so you have to pry her stone out of her cold, dead fingers. Now, we've looked at this thing from a distance for so long, and here we are face to face. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to mean anything. There's a lot of significance to the number 3 and just about everything. Also doesn't help we're on floor 666, but it's a topic for another time. So notice there are no enemies here, you're free to roam to your heart's content. I want to say this game is the first time Atlas made a PS2 game. Can we actually warp out of here? As such, they weren't able to take advantage of a lot of the features of the PS2, which you'll see in some of their later games. Probably the best example being Persona 3, since that's their breakout hit game. So we have to put a stone in each one of these pillars. I don't know if those are supposed to be hieroglyphics or what exactly. I don't think it matters which one you put where, just as long as you put all three. So you can see they all turn red. That's why it really doesn't matter which one goes where. Some more pillars back there coming down, and then we can pop in the Heaven Stone we pried out of Chiaki's cold dead hands. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this video exactly, because I may splice this into the Tower Ascension thing, and you may not have noticed, but I'm like 10 levels higher than I was because of all the grinding, the time in the Kolbas, and so on. You have proven yourself worthy. Come to me. Going up. So that's basically the point of no return. So here's when you offer your reason to Kagutsuchi. How can you be the one standing before me? Why have you been chosen? I came into being for the creation of a new world, and those with reasons came here to make their visions reality. Alas, their dreams are shattered, and the possibility of a new world has been crushed forever by the hand of a demon. Persuaded by the fallen angel, you destroy the seeds of creation, denying the reincarnation of the world. With the cold heart of a demon, you rejected the possibility of evolution. By casting aside humanity, you became the living incarnation of Bane itself. Begone, accursed one. I shall never forgive you for causing the death of the world. My light, searing with anger, shall wipe you from existence. So Kagutsuchi is generally receptive otherwise. It's just this the route we chose. So check it out, I'm finally the small fish here. So I gave Shiva Sugakasha for a reason. Which looks like it missed everyone in anyway. Awkward. Wow. Hey, he finally hit us. fix these things. Not sure if I ever explained, but if you're wondering, Debilitate is Secunda, Turunda, and Racunda all combined into one spell. So it's not quite Fog Breath, I'm gonna pass here. It has half the potency of that, but still extremely good. Okay, with this, he's at his lowest. Time to pierce him. Only 5,000. This one I don't reflect by avoid it. So I want to conserve my... well, he's here to swing anyway, but I want to conserve my MP on the other guys. Knowing my luck, this is going to crit. Vast light. Well, that hurt. Passing. Praying. Should have looked to see what Frey Google translates to. I think I've looked it up in the past, I just don't remember. So that's the end of the first stage. It's a 3-stage fight like usual for your final bosses. Sweet. Hey, I repelled that too. Hopefully you can see how annoying repel can be. There's a reason all those are hidden away on Masakados. And Metatron's on fire here. Holy mackerel. So this I'm a little concerned about, because he may spam Almighty to kill him. Or he may whip. There's the one I repel, so that should take away all of his turns. I'm gonna Frey Kugel right now because I want to heal with Metatron. And I'm going to use the Chakra Elixir here, which is going to heal him for 100 MP about. 7. That's good. I am destined. So that was profound, coming from the light, Kagutsuchi. Can't break 10,000. Nope. So that's Almighty. Anyway, I need to heal, so I'm going to use a Frey Kugel. I need to be careful using that because I don't want to advance to the next phase just yet, because everyone's wounded. In case you didn't notice all the yellow and red marks. There we go. And I focused, that should have broke 10,000. How foolish. What good can come of this when you are tainted black? Be forewarned, demon who was once human. Though I may perish, your soul will never again be at ease. The final hour is imminent. Darkness shall face justice in the last battle. You will not escape from the fire of judgment. Let fear grip your heart. Because of your transgressions, you will be cursed for all eternity. Just like Hijiri. see. I thought we had to do one more stage, but maybe I missed it. Maybe there wasn't a big gap between two of them. So with that, the light of Kagutsuchi is no more. So this is all that's left of the Vortex world now. Look at his shadow, by the way. Kagutsuchi lost its light. And this is the first time the child was speaking to us, by the way. By the hand of a demon. The world will never be born again. Creation is no longer possible. Be born, grow, die, and be born again. That was the way of the world. One demon has changed that. Now he's the old gentleman. A world is created, populated by mankind, and destroyed. This cycle is what maintains the flow of time. When the cycle stops, so does time. And now, time has met her death. In place of the creation of the new world, a new power of darkness emerged, reigning over chaos, heaping death upon death. You must no longer have any notion of where your strength will lead you. The Great Will shall curse you for going against his way, and place a heavy burden of atonement on your shoulders, which you shall bear for all eternity. Fear not, for only by receiving that curse can you truly walk the path of conquest. But first, I must know the extent of the power of darkness you hold within. Behold the supreme power of darkness, created by none other than the Great Will himself. So if you're familiar with Megaten, this is something you've seen multiple times. This is Lucifer in his fallen angel form. Notice his title, Devil. If you look in the top left corner, Kagutsuchi is dead, it is no longer a thing, and it's us versus him. Luckily we're fully healed and everything, so there is that. So I'm going to give the first turn over to Shiva with the Tsukikasha. Be aware this is one of those fights that can take a long time. Lucifer has 65,000 hit points. So basically, even if I hit him for like 5,000 a shot, it's gonna take 13 of those. So keep in mind I have no Rakakasha here. And right there we got to repel. So when all the Tsukikashas out, then I'll have Shiva go offensive, and I'll probably join in. So that's the second turret. Second debilitate. And I should also mention, if you paid attention, I said this is Fallen Angel Lucifer. He does appear in his angelic form from game to game. In Persona, it's usually called Hellel, I believe. In Devil Survivor 2, there's no fallen angel Lucifer. He actually is only in his angelic form. And then Lucifer is the secret super boss in Devil Survivor 1. Pierced. Double pierced. It's raining crits, man. So I don't know if I'm going to Frey Kugel him here because I'll be fairly low on hit points. Probably going to pass the... Actually, no, I don't get to pass the turn. Never mind. So that's fine. Hit me, hit me, hit me! Uh-oh. Weak sauce! Well, damn. He smells blood on Metatron. I don't know, but I think this guy didn't like angels or something, you know? So if you want to do anything with Beelzebub, you have to use the Deathflies. High King. I do not remember this one. This is an instant death. No, but it just hurts. So I repelled Glacial Blast back at him. Unfortunately, all of those attack debuffs I put on him have weakened him somewhat. If I were one level higher, I probably would be dealing 10,000 with that. So, right here, is there anything I want to do? Probably not. I'm gonna pray because I can. And since I have a turn, I'm gonna use the Chakra Elixir on Metatron. You could use any item you want, it's just I'm sticking to the Elixir. Crit? Damn. Good. Aw, man, that's an almighty attack? Lame. If I don't heal here, he can kill me. Okay, he missed. So Freykugel will leave me with 540 hit points, I think. I don't even know if I want to bother with Makakaja, but I'm going to hit him normally so you can see how much damage reduction he has if you don't have Pierce. So with full attack steroids and defense debuffs on him, I did 278. Okay, that's already in effect. That did 9,000. So this is the move you have to worry about, I know. Good, go for Shiva, he can take it. Now, since I have to heal, I'm just gonna hit him with a Freykugel. Passing on that. Praying my you-know-what off here. Crit. So I can repel this against me, which I did. So I'll hit him with Freykugel. This should be winding down. I want to make sure that his stuff is still down. Okay, good. And And then I'm going to use the chakra elixir. You know what? Let's burn a full chakra pot. You burn this, Metatron. No! My Super Kajas and Taru Kajas. So I'm going to pass my turn until those are replenished. What was that? So this is Suku 3, Taru 3, and Taru 4. Leave Beelzebub alone. Okay, don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. I was kind of hoping to go for Shiva. Let's back on Beels. So right here we need to heal, so no worries. Great Google. And that's game. So that's the hardest boss in the game down. The amount of EXP and MAC that he gives you right there is his hit points, by the way. We'll put this in our magic stat. Wink, wink. Hey, Pasaka leveled up. Sure, Pasaka, what you got for me? A Vitality Incense. Beelzebub leveled up. Metatron leveled up. He went up 2? Yeah, he did. So we'll see what Fire of Sinai is. Mega damage. Really doesn't matter because we can't save or anything. And there's Victory Cry. So I was holding on a life bonus for that. Shiva learned Bolt Storm, which I'm not going to use Allure, but like I said, none of this really matters. Just going to learn Avenge next. Attack Mirror. And here's your true demon end. Well done. You've proven yourself with your awesome power. All of you who have lurked in darkness and waited faithfully for this day, hear me. A new demon of darkness has been born. The time has come. Together, let us march onward. To the final battle, where our true enemy awaits. You have created a new demon in your heart's likeness, fallen angel. Then doom shall set us apart. Now and forevermore. So right there, they lead off with Kazuma Kaneko. He's the guy who does all the demon designs, if I remember correctly. He stepped down or something after Devil Survivor 2, I think? So as a result, Mega 10, 4, and beyond have had different demon designs. I don't know about Persona 5 if he came back for that one or not. But a lot of his designs are very unique and stand out, especially compared to how some of these newer ones look. They're pretty tame and lame. So anyway, I have to ask what you guys thought of this. I'd say this is probably the best of the main series. I tried looking into Megaten 1, and I couldn't get into it, I'm afraid. It's been translated and everything, fan translated, it's just... it has a lot of limitations to it. Like, the fun thing about this one is you actually get to join in the fray. You're a combatant rather than a support, compared to how in Megaten 1 and 2, you summon the demons, you help the demons, but the demons do all the dirty work for you. You do have a gun and a sword to use, but that's kind of it. It's like you're playing Pokemon, really. Although I think in 1 and 2 you're actually allowed to have 6 demons out, while in this one you only have 3 and then yourself. Actually, it might be 4 and then you and 1 ally and the other ones. Because I remember in Megaten 1 you have to choose between the neutral, the light, and the dark, or chaos and order. I know in Soul Hackers you have Nemissa with you. So maybe it was 4. They just cut down on here probably because of graphical stuff. So right here they tell you it's in cooperation with Capcom because Dante was there, if you forgot about him. Remember, you do have to get Dante to fill out your compendium, so... try to do it near the end. Although, like I said, he's very good for busting the graveyard battles. His provoke is just really helpful. Really disappointed that I didn't teach Trumpeter Debilitate. I thought he learned it on his own. So I think I was using Trumpeter in the final battle the first time around. I didn't have Shiva at the time. In case you're wondering, Trumpeter can be pretty helpful with his Holy Melody. Basically, once Lucifer knocks you guys down pretty low, you can give someone some clutch healing and full MP restore while you're at it. Basically, you can use that to keep your casters going without having to give them a mana item. It's like on your turn, you'd want to bead yourself, and then use the Holy Melody to heal someone, and then keep swinging at Lucifer. Although, keep in mind, unless you're using Almighty stuff, he has a crap load of damage reduction. I'm not exactly sure, but I kind of want to guess it's something like 90%, maybe 80%, somewhere around there. Because in other fights, Metatron was doing like 1,000 damage in that situation, and he was barely doing 250, I think. So it might be 75%. I'm trying to remember what that number was. I said it out loud, but I don't remember. Anyway, there's Chiaki falling apart. And it's a shame they didn't make Megaten 4 like this game. They wouldn't... like, graphically it's several steps down. Especially in combat. You don't get to see your stuff, they're just menus at the bottom. The nice thing about it, though, is you don't have to do the whole randomized demon fusion crap to learn certain skills. You just choose what you want to carry over and you're done. There's Lucifer. Kind of hoping when they get around to making Megaten 5 that's more like this rather than 4. Although I don't know if they're going to be able to work in the whole Demi-Fiend thing exactly, because that was extremely unique. Like, nothing has come close to actually putting you in this type of role. For Strange Journey, I think you have some sort of helmet or something that gives you the abilities. In Megaten 4, they have those little comps on their arms. Devil Survivor using the comps or your cell phones to do all the stuff for you. Now that I think about it, I think the comp is actually in most stuff, because I remember that being in Megaten 1 with Steven. But anyway, here's the US team that westernized it. I don't know if they really had to tone anything down or censor much. Luckily they're not like NIS that goes berserk when it comes to censoring stuff. So, presented by Atlas. So Demonic Compendium will carry over, and that's really it. So I'm going to save over the third file. So before we completely call it quits, I want to show off the jacket. So when you do the New Game Plus, there is a couple things that change. Basically, how you start determines what your initial stats are. So right here you can go up to Tar, it's up to you. Since I'm not actually going to play this right now, it really doesn't matter. And unfortunately I can't really skip this. But before we make our appearance, they're supposed to ask you what you want to wear. I mentioned way back in the first video that Isam was talking about some sort of jacket you got. You can actually see that here, and doing so I think makes you more magically inclined, but doing the classic stuff makes you more physically inclined. Basically, you'll start with 3... Oh, crud, it's right there. It's recording the Ancient Prophecy, and what persona will you walk your path? So the hood jacket is what we did the first time around, but we'll go for the leather jacket this time. You prefer a new look then? I'm sure you'll like it. And then everything goes back to the usual. Are they gonna make me input something? Because if they do, I'm just gonna pick random letters. I'm A. Z. Good enough. It's right there, the brakes of the train. And we're at Yogi Park. And there's our leather jacket. So when you actually go into Demi-Fiend mode, you are still the same physically looking. All the patterns, colors, and everything else are the same. It's just you start with extra stats. And that's pretty much your whole incentive for going for it. So I'm going to stop once I can actually spin the camera around him. So right there, he may need a pause to read what he said, but he was talking about this jacket. So I don't know if that's actually like a thing in Japan, but in the US, our leather jackets tend to just be like brown or black. It doesn't have any sort of pattern quite like that. And fortunately I can't open the menu, so you can't see any stats or anything, but like I was saying, I think this gives you like 2 magic, 1 vitality, while the other one gives you like 2 strength, 1 agility, or it's maybe the agility and vitality are backwards, I'm not sure. But with that, Megami Nocturne is complete. So, with that, I am out of here. I'm the Dark Hero. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.